So a lot of people ask me the following question. I've got a computer, a Mac or a Windows computer, and I want to get going making music at home. I want to put together a home studio. What equipment do I need to get started? I get asked this a lot, right? So this is the bundle I put together, and this is a low budget bundle, okay? So we start with, you need a computer, obviously. I always recommend a Mac for complete beginners because Macs do not require any drivers for anything that you plug into them that is USB. So you can plug in your USB audio interface and your master keyboard, and as soon as you plug them in, they just work. It's easier for the beginner, right? But you could use a Windows computer, obviously. So we start with the computer, and the first thing we need is our USB audio interface. Okay, this box will allow us to plug our mic, line and instruments, guitars, into the system to record them. We're on a budget here. This is one of the cheapest, best quality interfaces you can get at the moment, the PreSonus AudioBox i1. PreSonus is a good make, it sounds good, it's got a single mic input which is plenty for a person working at home. It also has an instrument and line input here, allowing you to plug your guitars, electric guitars and basses directly into the system to record through amp modelling software hosted in your sequencer, like Logic or Cubase or GarageBand or whatever, right? The other important reason I chose this AudioBox i1 is because it has a dedicated separate volume control for the speakers and the headphones. Now this is important for the beginner. When you're recording on the mic, the speakers must be turned down. So you can easily turn down the speakers using this large speaker volume control, record on the mic, monitoring on the headphones at whatever level you require, and then when you finish recording on the mic, you can quickly and easily turn the speakers back up again using this speaker volume control. So that's why I went for the PreSonus AudioBox i1, one of the cheapest products with a good name and the right facilities that you can get at the moment for a USB audio interface, right? Okay, next we need some active monitors, and I went for the Alesis Elevate 5 Mark IIs. At the budget price that the client wanted, they wanted to go on a really low budget, these are one of the cheapest pairs of 5-inch speakers you can get. So they're decent size. I spent the afternoon listening with them. They've got a good bass response, they're not harsh, they've got a good sound, and they go plenty loud. The other interesting thing about these speakers is they are powered monitors, but the amp is only in one of the speakers, and then a special cable carries the signal to the other speaker. So both speakers are powered from an amp in one of the speakers, so you only need a single mains lead to power both speakers. Okay, so they're the speakers, Alesis Elevate 5 Mark IIs. Okay, then we need a couple of cheap 1/4-inch jack-to-jack leads to connect the audio interface to the two speakers. So a couple of cheap 1/4-inch jack-to-jack leads. These are like, £2 each, right? Next we need a mic, and a mic stand and a mic lead. Now these are all Thomann own brand. I chose this mic, the Thomann T-Bone SC450. It's a 1-inch gold foil diaphragm Chinese made condenser mic. It's one of the biggest selling mics Thomann has had over the years. It sells huge quantities and it's a good quality mic. It comes in a lovely aluminium carrying case with its own shock mount cradle, and to go with that I chose a Thomann own brand metal boom stand and a Thomann own brand 6-meter microphone lead. The boom stand is essential because we can have it upright for recording vocals, but we can also angle it down if we need to record something like an amp combo sitting on the floor. Alright, so there's the mic, the stand and the lead. And then we needed a pair of headphones. Now you can get headphones nowadays starting at just £10, but the user wanted something a little bit nicer, so we went for these K52s from AKG. The headband at the top is elasticated, it just adjusts to your head, so there's no slidey fiddly bits that could break on the edges here. Fully enclosed headphones, beautiful soft padded cups, nice and light and a really good sound. That's the headphones that I recommended. And that leaves one thing. All modern sequencers like Cubase, Logic, GarageBand, etc., they all have software instruments, and it's much better to play those instruments from a master keyboard than to try and pencil in patterns using a pencil tool in a piano roll editor, right? So the last thing is a cheap master keyboard, a USB master keyboard. Again, the user was on a real budget, so I didn't go for something expensive. This Alesis Q25 is one of the cheapest master keyboards you can get with full-size keys, which is important. The user wanted full-size keys, right, not mini keys. There are no fancy controller knobs to confuse the user because she's a complete beginner. She just wants to be able to play the synthesizer and other instruments from a keyboard. And you've got a simple octave up and down button and a pitch and modulation wheel. Easy peasy. Okay, so that's the master keyboard I went for. So there is the whole bundle. That is everything you need to get going making music on a computer, whether you're doing recordings of guitar-based songs or whether you're doing electronic or dance music. All this equipment is good enough quality to turn out a release quality song. Okay? And the other thing is, I put this bundle together on Thomann, who I always use, because not only do they offer a good low street price, which gives you a good indicator to compare other retailers against, but everything in this package is covered with a full 3-year guarantee. Okay, so if anything breaks, you just put it in a box, send it back, and they'll repair or replace. 3 years peace of mind, right? So there's the whole bundle. The audio interface, pair of active monitors, headphones, mic stand and lead, and a master keyboard. The whole package, €445 or 380 British pounds. And I spent about an hour going through Thommann's shop, checking the products in the different categories to put this bundle together. And I'm telling you, this is what I recommended my client. This is a good selection of products at that budget price that you can get. This is what I recommended. Okay. Now, if you want to buy this bundle yourself to begin making music, in the description below, I've put a link to each product in the bundle. All you have to do is click each link and then put each item into your shopping cart on the Thomann website, and then purchase the bundle yourself if you want to buy this bundle. Okay. So that's what we ordered, and the package arrived in a big box last week. I took my video camera over to the client's flat where we unboxed and set everything up. Let's check out that footage now.